Business plan. Watching my partners on TV. Remo, Tyler, Ronnie, Kamal. More Than Culture podcast. I got my Eternal Water. Don't worry about it. This is the new bottle. Yeah. That's the new bottle.
Side by side, Billy Ocean and the nigga Phaedra brought on marriage.
James Harden daddy.
Yeah, this nigga was like, she won't connect with me because you are a paid actor, nigga. You came from the agency, my nigga. Like, it's obvious.
Yeah, hey, man, you gotta get on TV how you get on there.
She done hired an actor and she a germaphobe.
Shit, I would have did that shit. They would have got me.
That bitch, like, nigga, if you tell me.
I'd have been Phaedra's little boyfriend on that motherfucker.
Phaedra gonna get broke off in the
like,
room
she
for
tells
real.
me what to do all the time. She makes me wear suits.
Right,
I hate suits.
That would have been hilarious.
Thank you. Put me on there. Yeah.
You ain't see that young nigga push the button from day 26 down.
I
forgot Willie our age.
Oh, y'all niggas watch this shit, bro. Hey, look, I seen it. Y'all watch this.
I watch it. It's a good show.
That shit was good.
I seen the motherfucker. I don't watch it.
Just comedy alone, there's some crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
Hazel E is telling this nigga she. Nobody knows Hazel E.
Nobody knows.
She's like, you with me for the clout. I'm like,
I know
Hazel
Hazel E.
E.
I know Hazel E. She's the fuck with Cat Williams.
That Hazel E, but she's telling her boyfriend that.
Hey, but is it cool? Is it colder than the episode than the season with Soulja Boy? Because that shit was crazy.
No, because Soulja Boy rolling them backwards every
Soulja
time.
Boy
like,
on there smoking
trying,
big gas on We TV.
On
We TV rolling backs. I said, yeah, I like it.
Look, he got on all his jewelry walking through the house. Click,
right.
click,
A therapist trying to talk to this nigga. He rolling backs.
Shut up. CBD though.
Hey, if Dr. Ish had one more bracelet, my nigga.
Bro, Dr. Ish got too much gold.
My nigga got.
If Remo say you got too many bracelets,
But he
nigga,
got
you
about
That
nigga got a whole Claire's worth of goddamn Claire's on my wrist.
Remo sitting over here with 7 bracelets on.
You know what I'm saying? It's too many, doctor.
That's funny.
Ish
as
my
hell.
ass.
Man, let's get it. Come on.
Yeah, we
You know how
ready.
we do it?
Pre-pod is the best.
You know how we do it? The first person or the person who's known the person.
Well, we going More Than Culture is the brand.
Oh,
This is the
shit,
podcast. Come on, the Secret Genius.
Remo.
Right. Tyler Chronicles.
Ronnie Jordan. And guys,
What's up?
And guys,
let me tell you something, guys.
come on, man.
We got a legend in the building. This is like one of my
Man.
favorite
Don't fuck this up, Ronnie.
MCs
Man,
from
come
growing
on.
up. Hold on. First of all, Goodie Mob is one of my favorite groups of all time.
Period.
Talk about it.
Okay, I'm a Dungend Family child.
Me too.
First of all, Still Standing dropped on my 18th birthday.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm not and I had to work. So
Right.
my
And you
partner
think it's some
went.
pussy.
My partner went to Blockbuster Music get my CD signed, so I can still stay on the clock.
Hey, shout out to him,
Blockbuster
bro. Who
Music,
was that?
My boy Vis Uno, who threw
Shout
up
out
in the
to
green.
him,
Shout out
bro.
Shout out to the Dice Shakers. They got a podcast too. Anyway, man, we got the OG in the house, man. The mutant,
The mutant.
Dungend Family's own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owner
man.
of Gipp Goodies CBD.
Hey.
Gipp Goodie in the building.
Yes,
We got Gipp Goodie on the
sir.
third.
DF.
Hey,
on,
man.
Hey, bro.
How you doing?
Man, how you, brother?
Hi, man.
I'm
Thank you.
good. I'm trying to get it together over here.
Hey, Gil,
Let me get it together.
we don't get to see our legends twisting the blunt sometimes. You got to see that.
But we
sometimes.
do.
Yeah, man. I was taught by Big Rude, man. Big Rude, the first one that taught everybody in the dungeon how to roll a blunt.
No
Come
shit.
on.
List.
That's Hall of Fame.
Oh
right
my
there.
God. Oh my God.
Are you okay?
Hey, bro. I'm about to
Interview on that was enough for me.
Dummy
Straight
shit to
miss.
Big Rube. When I first met Big
Oh
Rube,
man,
I was
the
saying
Big Rube story.
Tell your big Rube story.
Oh
People
yeah,
who
bro,
listen to Big
telling your
Rube,
Big
he
Rube.
does
Did you
all the
ever
poems.
imagine you be telling your Big Rube story to Big Gipp?
If you don't know more
that's
than
crazy.
culture, you don't.
Nigga, that's
If
crazy.
you don't know more than culture, you don't know we're crazy Dungend Family babies. We grew up on
Man.
Outcast, Dungend Family, Goodie Mob, and Big Rube on every Outcast Goodie Mob project does the poems,
Yes.
does the right on to the real depth.
They don't know Big Rube. They should stop
This,
watching.
I'm
You
about
gotta
to say
stop
this
with- But
nigga
look,
turned
my
into
man
a
didn't
whole
know.
journalist.
But I'm saying
They got the wrong pod.
because we had people like Metro on here who's 17, he didn't know who Andre 3000 was, and I
He
feel
ain't
like.
saying he know he was.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's 17-year-olds that's from Atlanta that should know this little backstory shit
Yeah.
without having to click 9 times.
I'm with you.
Bro, so my Big Rube story. Crystal Clear is interviewing Rico in the dungeon, East Side. So Big Rube is asleep. So I'm like, I just walk by and they like, no way, and then just keep going because it's like you got to, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be cool, you know what I mean? My nigga did.
Tell him how many girls you used his spoken word on.
I'm gonna get there.
Okay, sorry.
So
Thought you passed.
he woke up from his nap, you know what I'm saying? And we just at this time just smoking, you know what I'm saying? Living room smoking. I'm like, bruh, you don't know how much pussy I got from seeing your poetry.
Oh my God!
And
Tell him you stole.
As soon as he woke up.
So I'm talking about nigga, he
Eyes
like
open.
yarn. He was coming like.
So you was real life in his comments.
Still blinking.
If comments was a real person.
Bruh, let me tell you something. If you can learn some big rule, you can learn you some big words, my boy.
Come on.
And you can recite those big words, my boy.
Come on.
He said-
So he came in and was like, hey, y'all gather around. We about to learn how to roll blunts. How did it go?
Yeah, you got to break that
I got it in my head how.
Because these
I
are
need to
Philly
know.
blunts. These ain't swishers.
Right. Y'all the big boy.
What was it?
Well, you know, it was Phillies. Remember now, we were in the Philly era. You know, we're in the Swisher era, man. It was Phillies. And the first time, I'm gonna tell y'all, the first time I heard about blunts, it was Red Man.
Okay. Yep.
Legends.
Cujo was playing Red Man. And we were like, damn, he was talking about blunts. And I was like, damn, what is a blunt? He was like, don't worry about it. We're going to see Big Rude. So we got the Big Rude right at the dungeon. It was the first time I saw him split a Philly blunt, dump it out, and rolled it up. I thought it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's nigga origami, bro. It's like if you got down get a blunt to close.
Noragami.
Origami, baby.
Damn.
And people don't understand, like, for me, personally, during that time, we were buying our weed out of Dixie Hill. So it was like, you know, that was when you used to get the 4 for the 5. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Was it
$4
super meal? What was it? What y'all was smoking on?
Oh, it was super meal, but then
Popcorn.
a dub was like this. It came.
The tray?
It came in the old vanilla folders.
Damn.
This was a dub.
What the hell?
That was a dub.
Nigga had a
Back
3x10 dub.
But the whole thing was, it would be this much in there, but then it would only be about that much to smoke because all this shit was sick.
That shit was like potato chips. Like,
So it was like
to do some regrowing.
the first time, you know, to us, like Bobby Brown was the weed that we smoked. The grown men who we eventually learned to sell to, you know, they smoke Acapulco Gold.
Oh shit.
To us, that was like the chronic back
Right,
then.
that
Because
was
that
the
shit was
Yes,
like
sir.
that shit was 200 an ounce.
Had the red
You
hairs
know,
on it.
Gippy used to sell the 150 ounces. You know
Okay.
what I mean? You know what I mean?
Plug in.
You talking about an enterprising young man very early.
Very
Yeah,
early.
You know what I'm talking
You
about?
knew the market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, well, first time I seen my first weed at 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like, me and my partners, man, us being around weed so early, I was out the porch real early. You know what I mean? I had older cousins. I had a lot of cousins that was into the streets. You know what I mean? So, me personally, I could always do my own thing because I was in the city, they was in the country. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, you know, like, man, like, I remember when a pound was $1,200. You know what I mean? A pound was $1,200. You know what I mean? So I kind of, you know, like, I didn't really get into the exotic weed until we went on tour. And the first tour we went on where it was just weeded out, it was Goodie Mob, De La Soul, and Fishbone.
Oh,
The Rock Band Classic.
The
Rock
Soul
Band.
and Fishbone was smoking.
So-
I started off on the West Coast.
Started off in the West Coast, off in Tacoma.
That'll do it.
That sound like mosh pit shit.
We
Started
we
touring
wind it
on the
off.
West and get high.
Yeah, we started off in Tacoma, and then we winded up in a place called Humboldt County.
Humboldt, where it's at.
Sir.
Yeah.
That's where everything you
All the
start
praise
smoking.
Everything.
Let me get a moment of silence for Humboldt County.
They've been killing a lot of crackers up there.
Yeah,
About this
yeah.
old store.
And the greatest thing about Humboldt County was This is the first time I met the king of THC.
Okay.
This is the first time I saw them pull out. They had this strand called Train Wreck.
Train wreck,
Oh,
yes
yeah.
sir.
What year is this? Because we got to put this in perspective. Because y'all want to get this same.
This is 97, 98.
Train Wreck was out in 97?
Right,
Yeah.
after the Olympics.
And I remember the dude, it was a white dude named the king of THC. He was on Fishbone Bus. He was the first person I seen put the Train Wreck in the thing and then pulled out the oil of Train Wreck and poured it on top of it.
THC oil in 97.
I hit that shit one time.
Over with.
And I was out of my mind. I was so out of my mind that, you know, it just happened to just be a bowl of mushrooms in the damn.
Happened, yes.
A bowl of them.
Yeah.
Bowl?
In our dressing room, right? So at the same time, we catered Jamaican food.
Right.
So, you know, I'm like, shit, I'm already gone, you know what I mean? And I'm like, man, fuck it. I might as well put some mushrooms on it. I took the mushrooms and I
put some mushrooms on it. Wait, that's type of light choice.
That's high.
Yes, sir. That's like saying I'm high on two blunts. Let me smoke 19 more.
40 minutes, I'm gonna be on them. I'm already fucked up. Let me get out of here.
Let me lose
I
my soul
said,
right quick.
oh Lord, right? So what I did was they said, I remember who was in the dressing room with me. I remember us, and I think Bun B had came to the show.
Shout out to the man.
So Bun was there, and I remember us I remember seeing this bowl of mushrooms. So I started taking the mushrooms and dumping them in the curry sauce. You know, I was eating them.
Oh, you got everything?
Come on, bro.
I was like, man, this shit ain't shit, man.
Why you dipping
This
mushrooms
ain't
in curry?
So I ate about 5 of them hoes.
Boy,
So then by the time we get up on stage,
Oh my God.
yeah, I'm talking about 45 in.
What did you have on? Because you are Big Gipp.
rock star.
What did I wear?
Please say snow boots.
Nope, I didn't wear snow boots that time. I wore like a fluorescent outfit.
Fluorescent.
Yeah.
I'm getting the whole picture. I don't know about y'all.
It was like a fluorescent outfit. And I remember going, we 45 into the show, and I started feeling like, oh shit, here we go.
Here we go.
You know,
Shrooms take
I
a
was
minute.
like, there it is. All right.
There
So
it
just
is.
imagine,
All right. That's the name of the
imagine. So the next song come on, it's Black Ice.
Ooh, that's you.
It started, and we was in a church, like an old church.
Amen. Come on.
So, like the wall was kind of like the funny glass. Oh my God!
The funny glass.
You saw the Lord.
It happened on the whole.
The light hit it, and it just lit up. I was standing right there. Hey, I'm standing. The verse started. I'm still like. The nigga low walked up. He's so like, your verse. I'm like, for real? That was the first night that I didn't rap nothing. They had to rap the whole song.
Oh, man.
I couldn't catch it. I couldn't catch it, and it was the mushroom fault. And after that night, it was so sad. It was so sad because we had to go to an after party after this. So by the time I got back to the room, that's when mushrooms, they'll make you walk against the wall. Like I was walking against the wall like this here with it, because everything was moving. Yeah. So then, just imagine somebody knocking at my door, and I'm like, "Damn, who is that?" I look outside, it's everybody out there like, "Come on, Gipp, let's go to the club." I looked to the people, I said, "I ain't gone."
Y'all just saw me. I saw what I did on the stage.
They probably look funny getting through the peephole.
They trying to get that back in.
Hey, I learned that night that mushrooms is not my choice of drug.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
I really, really love marijuana. I really enjoy marijuana. I learned about marijuana early in my life because before we came out, I used to work in the warehouse. And I don't know. I was on one of those lifts. I smoked the blunt before I went in. I wasn't too good at it.
Wait a minute. You got on the forklift?
You wasn't too good
He wasn't good at smoking on the forklift.
Yeah.
You burnt one, got on the forklift.
I wasn't too good.
Operated machinery, got it.
I wasn't too good at it. I crushed my leg between the forklift and the rack.
God damn.
So this is the first time I had to go to the doctor about an injury. So I went to the doctor. The first thing he gave me was an Oxycontin shit. So that was the first time that I took a pill.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute now, what's going on?
I'm hot.
Man, I don't like this shit. Man. This ain't what I'm looking for. Like, this ain't what this is. I feel like I'm on heroin. Like I'm the daddy in Sugar Hill when he was like, I was like, hell no.
Come inside. Come in.
So I was like, no. So I didn't take none of the pills, and I just smoked weed. And I learned from doing that I could deal with the pain better with the marijuana than I could with the actual pills. And that was the first time that an experience in my life turned into an educational moment for me. And my brother beat me up, goddamn. I was on one leg. He whooped me, goddamn, that weekend. That was the first time I was on crutches. He whooped me. And then that was the first time I said, you know what? You can't win them all, pimp.
How y'all get into it while you was on crutches?
Because I still thought I could whoop him. And he showed me it wasn't going down with one leg. I was smoking too much. He showed me. You know what I mean? I felt strong. So, like even just dealing with it being out on the road, like, it was a funny thing because in the 90s, man, this shit was still weed in the South just like it's still cocaine in them folks, you know what I mean? So and they especially being in some of these small towns, we just learned how to do the shit before we got on the bus. We always learn how to transport it the right way. You don't learn them things till you go to California, get some around the vets, man. They show you how to move that thing, man. You know what I mean? So, especially, they used to call Gipp old smuggler, because, I ain't going without the reefer, man.
That's the name of the episode.
Ain't going. It's been so many times I pulled up to the Los Angeles goddamn airport and I was like, should you throw your weed away? Fuck that. What we gonna do? Hey. Man, where that one go up under the plane? We gonna try him one time.
Hell yeah.
Boy, we got it through there one time, boy. It was over with.
Every time now.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, like, it was funny because I remember the first time Organized Noise came back from Cali with the original Chronic.
Oh man.
It used to be little Christmas trees. They used to be in the bag. They were little Christmas trees stacked on top of each other. That's how Chronic used to look. I mean, we looked at that bag for at least 2 or 3 days before we could smoke it all up. Cause we were just so surprised that reefer could look that way, and it didn't have no seeds. We had never smoked reefer without seeds.
Come on, man.
What did y'all record on that?
Man, you didn't hear them singing about that? The weed was so good, it was like, no seeds. Chronic weed. Like, that was the shit. Made a nigga like Nate sing about it. You hear me?
That's so real.
So you got your own. You brought it all the way back full circle home to Georgia. You got your CBD company. You got a store, right?
Yeah, we're getting ready to open up a new Gipp Goodie store in Columbus, Georgia. That's gonna be like the first flagship. When we did it outside of the Fort Bragg, all of this is for the veterans. It's for my father, man. Like, cause I was in it for the recreational thing. Because to tell y'all the truth, like, Corrupt was the first person to, like, yo, Gipp, come over to the studio. I was like, where you at, cuz? He was like, I'm in the studio in Hollywood. I said, cool. I get over there to Hollywood. Corrupt was like, I got this new shit called the Moon Rock. And I'm like, what the hell is that, cuz? So he goes on the internet. He shows me the first commercial of the little rock just spinning, and then they pour the shit on it. Yeah. That was the first time I seen it. I was like, damn, cuz I ain't never seen nothing like that. Now, how you smoke a moon rock, right? So, boom, I do the mixtape. They do Corrupt Moon Rock. Boom, it's a big hit. I was like, damn. So the people he was doing the actual company with, my dude named Humpty. Hump called me one day and was like, "Yo, Gipp, you want to be in the cannabis business?" I was like, "Yeah, I tried." You know what I mean? I tried. You know, cause you know we always been cool with the Soul Assassin. So to tell y'all another truth, Be Real is the first person that I ever smoked weed that was so good it hurt.
That's what everybody say. Like they
Dr.
put him
Green
above
Thumb.
Snoop. They say like he might smoke harder than Snoop.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
Be Real.
yeah, he the greatest, bro.
Yeah,
he
even Snoop
he
say
the
it.
greatest. So like Be Real was
He's
the
a
first.
grower.
Yeah, he a grower. He Dr. Green Thumb.
Dr.
So
Green Thumb on
like
plate.
what I just learned out of just fucking with the actual plant is that it can be a medicine and it's for recreational use. Like my father, like
It's awesome.
you know, he told me 8 months before he left the world. You know, he was like, "Yo, I got cancer." You know, and I was like, "For real?" So that's when I started trying to really learn about the medical part of it, the medicinal part of it. I met Dr. Hodges. Dr. Hodges started really looking out for my father, showing him and teaching him about cannabis. And, you know, we did best we could for the time he had. But the time that he was here, I got him off the pills. He started eating better. And I was like, yo, the first dedication to him would be a store in Columbus, Fort Bragg, the first place he was stationed at. And it's for the veterans. Like so many veterans, man, they just on that, they on them pills.
Right.
They on them pills. A lot of veterans like, yo, man, that's why we be going crazy, because we on them pills and that shit makes us react. You know, so with that being said, I'm like, yo, it made me want to, it gave me a new purpose.
Yeah.
It gave me a new purpose in life because, yeah, I couldn't save my father, but maybe I can heal and save many more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ease
So,
that pain, bro.
That's the reason why I did it. So, like, shit, I brought all y'all one.
Okay.
Thank you,
yeah,
man. Appreciate
sir.
it.
Hey there.
If you get to
That
sleep,
CBD,
Remo,
man.
That Kemp CBD.
you can
know
find
the
to go to
crazy
sleep
shit
before 4 in the morning.
The crazy shit is
I got all y'all
my
one.
mom passed, like, you know, I'm looking through her shit, and she had a CBD business card. Like, she was waiting
Selling.
to call somebody,
Yeah.
like, for some CBD oil.
Oh,
I just gave my mother some CBD oil this morning.
Man,
Word.
like,
Well, she having knee problems, man. So she was trying to see what the.
yeah.
But she did it once, and they didn't like how it made them feel. I guess she said it burned her. She's like, I ain't like how it made me feel. So I don't want to do
Cause
it.
it was maybe
Alcohol based or something.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they kind of got soured to the whole experience, but she'll smoke one now. That's how you know you're in pain. When the church people start saying,
That's what I mean.
"What that little thing you be having with you?"
Yeah.
That little thing.
The little- you know how when you and Nick go on the back porch when y'all go.
Let me go back here and talk to
They
y'all.
be knowing I smoke, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta be myself.
Man,
That shit is so liberating, bro. Because we used to be on set, like we go get up with Gipp in L.A. We was in L.A. And like when you from Atlanta and you a West Coast nigga, Atlanta niggas find a way to link up. Like, what's up, boy? Where you at, boy? We over here, boy.
Cause check it. You know, we doing Wildin' Out on the first season of it, man. And I know y'all came on there. And, you know, like I said, I'm from the West Coast, but I obviously know y'all a fan of y'all music. But it ain't nothing like growing up in Atlanta. And I saw how y'all reacted when they found out y'all were going to be in the green room. I don't even know if you remember that day.
Yeah.
Y'all was going to be in the green room that day. The whole mob was there. These boys right here. These boys right here turned me into 17-years-olds
Turned
again,
into
man.
children, bro.
Children. I was like,
Right
I said, yeah, Goodie Mob gonna be here today. Niggas like, what? Niggas sent their old lady home and everything. We finna turn up. This shit ain't how you thought it was finna be.
We just kidding with the mob.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
How you deal with that, bro?
How do I
People say
deal
that
with it?
whole, like, cause I'm one of them. Like, it's got to be that 10 times a day for you niggas spilling their whole childhood on your head.
I'm cool. You know what I mean? Because I know. I just remember Atlanta when it wasn't like this.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? I remember when it was just what we looked at as just shaky booty music, just our thing. You know what I mean? And you know, the whole thing of the dungeon was our whole purpose was to make people respect us outside of what they thought we was about. And at that time, you know, the club era, all that's what we grew up on. So you know, the music, that's the way that's the reason why the music was the way it was. When you go to the West Coast and you get out there, you see the gangsters, you be like, I understand why the music like this. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, being in Atlanta, remember now in the 90s, all the shit we did in the South was taboo to people. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like the way we rode our cars, we had lime green cars, an orange car, big old wheels. You know, that was funny to people that weren't from around, you know. But at the same time, our dialect was funny. So for us, mainly our main thing in the dungeon was like, we gonna make people respect us, and we gonna do our version of hip hop, but it's Southern hip hop. Yeah. So I mean, like, that's why when we went in the studio and did Outkast record, I mean, we did it from just the love of us, what we were trying to say, and trying to make people see that Atlanta was somewhere to be and to watch. But then after that Source Award, that put the battery in our back double time.
I was gonna say, when y'all walking off the stage, what y'all say?
I mean, it was
shout
really.
out to Shanti Das.
Yeah,
hey, throw that in there too, .net, for the people that don't know.
Shanti
the South
was
got
sitting
something
right
to say.
next to them boys. Man.
But it's like this though. I'm tired of folks. You know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear. But it's like this. The South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
I know y'all talking shit walking up that stage.
It did
Did
because
y'all realize in that moment how iconic it was?
we didn't realize in that moment. The biggest thing about what people don't understand at that moment, I think that was the first time that most of us seen us in the flesh.
Yeah, that might be real.
The first time when we like being in that room that night, it was like being on a prison yard. With the gangsters niggas from all sides of the game. You know what I mean? Like Wu-Tang was 100 deep back here. Death Row was 100 deep. Yeah. Shit, like everybody
Bad
was
Boy.
just Bad Boy was crazy. You know, New York was up in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it was something
Terror
else.
Squad.
It was something else. Like we ain't had no bodyguards, no nothing. It was just 2 Outkast and 4 Goodie Mobs and Shanti Dawson.
Come on, man. 2 Outkast, 4 Goodie Mobs, and a Shanti Dawson. That sounds like a good hand.
It was not that picture with Shanti, Big Boy, Dre, no fear in their eye. They like, what's up? We up here?
Yeah, it was like that because at the same time we did have, you know, Big Blue with us, Big Blue Williams. That was
I don't know if he sound like
Outkast.
bro. I heard Blue.
What I'm saying, y'all know y'all had earned y'all spot to sit in them seats.
Yeah, and it was like kind of like how the night was going. You know what I mean? Like, you know, 3 of them went up there to do Tootsie Roll, and people were booing them, and I was sitting up there like.
They booed Tootsie Roll?
Yeah,
they booed 95 South.
Oh yeah, like you got to remember now, 95 South at that time. Like I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. We went to New York, and the album we was listening to was 69 Boys. Because that shit was that. That's what we were listening to, and we were drinking Boom Farm wine.
The South got something to say.
Hey, I'm gonna put on some polo trunks right now.
Bro, I was in Detroit with polo with swim trunks and t-shirts.
So just
y'all drove to New York for the Source Award?
No, we flew, but just imagine this, like. Okay, 3 will get up there, he perform, and they kind of like, what is that? What is that? You know what I mean? We were kind of like, we were like, man, these boys just sold 5 million independent, and they produced this shit. Y'all on. Right. But then, it was like, it was like the lyricists of the year. And I remember in this category, Big and Small was in this category, and another our favorite in this category was Big Mike. They gave it to Biggie, but we felt like Big Mike. Because we made Outkast's first album, listen to Big Mike, I'm So Serious, and that 8-ball MJG.
Wild House, talk about it, bro.
We made that Outkast album listening to them records.
Bro, people don't give the whole group enough credit for that first Outkast album, bro. Like it seemed like it was the whole
effort, the focus of the whole dungeon.
To get this one project.
Talk about them sessions. I need to hear about them
I'm gonna
sessions.
tell y'all the truth, man. Back in them days, the sessions was really kind of like real professional, because at that time, y'all gotta realize that Boss Town was owned by Bobby Brown. The only other person that had a studio was Dallas Austin, and if you wasn't pop, you wasn't in dark. You know what I mean? And if you ain't had no real R&B kind, you gotta remember we came in a time of the R&B was still running shit. So, you know, them sessions and being in them studios at them times, you know, it wasn't a lot of it wasn't a lot of rappers in there. And like a lot of times when we were working on the first Outkast record, Goodie Mob, we was in the parking lot listening to instrumentals all day while they worked. We couldn't even go inside.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people don't understand that everything you heard on the Outkast album, we did at the studio. See, we couldn't record at the dungeon, at the first dungeon.
Damn.
So like Players Ball, like how Reek them do it, once we find a song we like, that shit might stay on the dungeon for a month. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. That shit, every time you go over there, same beat gonna be playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how we did the first album. It was like every record was a class. It was like it took months to get there. And the raps, each one of them songs, shit, you probably didn't hear the finished verse until after 15 of them were no. That ain't it. You know what I mean?
You rewrite your shit.
Oh, definitely. During
that's
them
what they
time,
don't
yeah.
get no more, bro.
During them time, because we knew that we were trying to go up against what we were going up against. And at the same time, you gotta remember the first time they put the first sample tape out. On one side it was LaFace, on the other side it was Bad Boy. So them were the first times that I heard Craig Mack. To me, Craig Mack was the star of Bad Boy. When I started going on the road with them, it was Craig Mack and Biggie. So for me, like, just to watch that, compete against it, and knew what we was up against, it was almost like after we left the Source, we were like, we can't stop until they till they dead. And if you think about it, bro, hey man, our last Outkast album was what 2010? And we sold 10 million on that.
Diamond.
Went diamond. You know what I mean? And again, if you go back to that album, it was another one of our collective efforts where we all got on it. And we all got, you know what I mean? So for me, like, it's always been about the show. See, this is my thing with all this hip hop shit. See, what I'm learning now, you know, I thought everybody was the best. But what I'm learning now, everybody had ghostwriters and help, and everybody was giving folks songs and everything, man. So I'm like, damn, bro, like,
Game is rigged.
hey, man, this shit rigged, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't mad at who y'all picked to be the best, but from what I'm looking at, how I calculated up, it's like, no, you was a smarter business person. That's cool, but you know, the 10 laws of hip hop, you know, you supposed to say it, write it, and do it. You know what I mean? But you know what makes some of these artists smarter than others is that they understood the game of playing the corporate, playing the building, letting them help, letting them bring their little ideas, bring their new little producers. That's cool. But see, this is the difference between Atlanta hip hop and I think New York hip hop and LA hip hop. We didn't have Jewish people involved with our music.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? Like, and if y'all look at it right now, when y'all look at the Southern acts or any acts that don't come from under that umbrella, they music and what they did is always way below the motherfuckers who always got the other person standing there like, hey, my boy. Yeah. Like when Dr. Dre talk, who's sitting right there? See me, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in New York said they got a check. Who they get it from? Leo Cohen, right? All right. I remember I used to go to New York. I'm LaFace, nigga. Shit, we sold millions of records. Who you? L.A. Reid. Fuck L.A. Reid. That's how they came across. So when people be coming to me like, yo, why you feel the way you do? It's cause, bro, everything that we ever did and took up there, they told us it wasn't good or it wasn't value. It had no value. So that's why when I look at the establishment, you know, when people come at me and be like, yo, You don't think Buddy them the best? Huh? I mean, okay. But guess what? I never bought that kind. I never bought drug dealer rap.
Right.
So I was out here.
Shit, yeah.
Came in the game. I came in the game in the Cadillac. The game, the rap game didn't buy mine.
Come on, man.
So when I look at a lot of these folks be talking all this shit, I just be like, man, I knew y'all.
They voted.
I remember that first time I heard about certain people, they was either with JD, hey man, I wasn't a fan of what y'all a fan of because y'all the actual fans. So if we 20 years later and everybody say, these folks the best, okay. But guess what? We were 5 years, couldn't nobody touch us on the stage. They never held us up. We were Fugees. Anybody else that got on the stage, couldn't nobody fuck with Goodie Mob 5 years when it come to a live band and that. They ain't never held it up. Outkast has sold more records every time than any other group ever came out. Okay? Then you turn around, you look at the success of Jay Prince. It's like, okay. Then you look at Baby, they sold 1 billion records. So why are we talking about these niggas over here? See, you see how the game is. All the power and the publications was in New York. So everything was biased toward all New York artists. Yeah. So when you look at it during that time, and I'm like, shit, I ain't seen no group like Goodie Mob that can do what we do. Bro, I went and sold 8-9 million with Nelly. At the same time, Low was selling 8-9 million with Nas Barkley. Yeah. I ain't seen no groups do what we done done as a collective. But they still talking about the other folk, man, that had all the help in the world. Man. You know what I mean? Like, you talking about people that had 45. Come on, man. Kanye West, who is you, man? Cypher Prince your pen. That mean Atlanta. That's Atlanta, ain't it?
Side Prince.
Hey, man.
Man. Genius.
When he say he got 25-year records, I bet you 25-year hits, ain't it? That is. So that when I look at shit, I be like, man, come on, man. Why you think a person like 3,000 be like, man, I'm cool? Yeah. Cause y'all gonna keep pulling on these other nigga dick, man, for everything but the music, man. I thought we talking about music. Y'all gotta remember in 90 and 98 when the South just started dominating. Then all of a sudden, New York came out. We got the shoes. We got this deal. We sold this in the clothes. Well, man, we talking about music, Jack.
Right.
Yeah.
See, when we start talking about music, then everybody ears get mute. Man, Atlanta been running this shit since when? The 92,000. Come on, man.
Shit. L.A. Reid and Babyface, the deal.
Come on, man.
Before then, you know
I'm just saying, when you look at the real facts and shit, you know what I mean? The real facts, like, I can go back. Some of these West Coast artists, they didn't even write their hits. They had people write them. Like, I ain't tripping on fame, man. I'm just a purist.
Yeah, right.
I'm a purist. Hey, man, if you I'm Curtis Mayfield. I'm Isaac Hayes. I'm that. I came from that. Where you had, the first time we rapped against the Roots was on 89.3 and little 5 points.
That's the first time I heard Goodie Mob.
Ate them, man. Ate them.
Mark this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and think about it, bro. When you say best artist, I'm like, 3,000 and Dre been producing their own music since the second album.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, how is people that got all this help the best, but when these folk over here and produce, understand, after Love Below is when the talking box started, right?
Yeah, right. That's auto-tune.
Think about it. The auto-tune started with 3,000.
Yeah.
Everybody else got the credit for it. Yeah, but if you go back and listen, 3,000 had been used that. Then Lil Wayne blew it up bigger when he came with the big album.
T-Pain too.
Then T-Pain came, but hey, man.
I think everybody bit y'all style anyway, and that's got to irritate you, like seeing all these people that they say better than you, but this is all your DNA. You can see it. Like,
well, you know what it is? Our styles didn't originate in New York, so I don't expect you to love me like you love something that come from your streets.
Got it.
Shit,
But
bro.
crazy thing about New York is now they doing the bounce beats and they, doing the track.
Yeah.
Baby, welcome to the party. Like I was like,
But
man,
the whole
New York
the whole
shit.
Dipset is like a hot, got a southern.
That's why we always love Dipset.
Yeah, we
Anything from that late 90s,
because they
2000s,
got us. Yeah,
they
Fat
understood
Joe
it.
knew what was up early. Fat
Fat
was
Joe
like,
knew what was up early.
Jay-Z was fucking with Bun B and everything.
But just look, man, look at the versus thing. They don't want none.
Bro, they don't want
Goodie
none.
Mob versus Hudo.
It's a whole bunch of ducking going on, ain't it, bro?
Outkast versus Hudo. Who wants to smoke with Outkast?
Oh, we just
I
gonna.
want Goodie Mob and Wu-Tang is what I want.
Hey,
to say.
man.
Wu-Tang.
Is the
Hey,
whole
man.
Dungeon Family Wu-Tang?
All I'm saying is, bro, who gonna fuck with us? Cause once Shawty started breaking out them Gnarl Barkley records,
Oh,
you gonna
yeah.
do?
You hit him with crazy.
But look,
It's
not
over
even to
with.
cap,
That's
no,
real
you got
as fuck.
songs with Bruno Mars by yourself, like a lot of
Yeah.
them.
Hey,
Like a lot of
Like a lot of them.
you know,
So-
in my short rap career, I did about
Talk your shit, Remo.
I did about 6 strong songs.
Come on, man, don't let them hold you
Here
down.
you
Talk
go.
your shit.
You said you did what now?
Y'all don't be
6
negative.
Strong songs in the city.
And tell them what you
Six
signed, what your
strong
record
songs
label signed
in
your
the
artist
city.
for. How much
$1,000 we signed for a band. Hey, but look,
Nigga got signed.
I
though,
grew up in
shit.
church, so you know what I'm saying, nigga voice was like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, when I first started rapping, I tried to get my voice like Gipp. No cap. I used to be like, my name is Gipp. The third, the geek. How many ways can you reach it? Boy, nigga, I used to practice that shit. Now, folks, be muddy.
Boy, if you don't get your ass out the mirror trying
Polish
to
the
get
shine. Nigga, season the rhyme.
He said that shit.
Nigga, I used to say that shit like Satchmo.
So
Been
serious.
down on the ground, dirt to the ground. Looking for love, a nigga bubble like sun.
hey,
From the sky high. Bro, that shit was hard as fuck.
Why
hey,
you stop?
High
But
on the
even
hill to
even
the
like
shade.
the
Wait, hold on. Why you stop rapping?
Situations have changed. Like Facebook names from cool to flames. Nigga, I know all this shit. You talking
No,
about?
I'm saying why you start rapping in life, not why you start rapping just now.
Nigga, fuck what you think. We in and out the spot. Nigga, it wasn't.
it's a hard thing though, bro.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my
Hey,
god,
yeah,
nigga,
rapping
what?
is hard, man.
Niggas may
Like
try
now,
to
rapping is it seems to be easy as a bitch.
You still out here kicking ass, sir. You out here shooting videos with .NET Digital
You
and
feel
what
me?
things and what have you. Through pandemic.
What have yous?
Yeah.
You know what?
What have
The pandemic to me has really helped all of us get back focused.
Hustle
You know
muscle.
what I mean? I think this. You know, somebody asked me, said, "Gil, what you think about this times?" I said, "Really, if you think about it for the music business, this is the greatest situation that could ever happen to us, because what it's done is it has taken the control from the establishment since March. Since we all had to go in and be quarantined, and let's say this, man." I never in my life thought that 25 years later, after I wrote Cell Therapy, that I would actually live it.
Come on now. Good might be different in the
You know
pandemic.
what I mean?
Trying to tell you.
I wonder. I look at the gate at my subdivision every week. Like I wonder if that gate was put
Crime
Oh,
out.
the key
Keep my ass in. God. What the fuck is going on?
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Oh,
But your verse on Old Man though, I know I'm saying the name of the song wrong.
which one?
Is it called Old Man or I
Rap it.
Wanna Live?
Oh yeah.
Lord, I wanna live to be an old man.
Yeah, Lord, I wanna live to be
Nigga.
an old man.
Yeah,
But this is like after CeeLo left, and it was like One Monkey Don't Stop No Show, and y'all still coming with that shit. Like,
Yeah, and people didn't even give us respect for that. Because think about this, we did that album and went gold. We sold 100,000 records independent. Right before it was cool to be independent. It was right.
this is
there.
ringtone rap.
Yeah,
This
it
is
was right
Soulja
there
Boy.
before ringtone rap took over, and then it started being cool to be independent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, we sold 100,000 of that, and
I'm saying the mic, my bad.
and we did, and then Gipp sold 100,000 in his solo record.
Come on, bro.
Endo.
Independent.
Stepping out.
And
Come on. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna tell you, it's so hard.
My house.
I think I did Stepping Out.
Stepping out. Well,
I let Big Boy hit, and the next week, him and Sleepy came out and they had the Way You Move. them records were made like in the same month.
You the sauce though, like you are the sauce, bro. You the first person I seen with the round body Cadillac DeVille when they first dropped in 2000.
Yeah.
Niggas still had the square one and Gipp goddamn put on Peachtree. We said
What you talking
mix.
about?
And then nigga had his hair going like this. I said, that's Big Gipp. That nigga said, what's up, player? That nigga big. Nigga ain't know me.
Boy, I remember everything.
I was like 20, nigga. We was just outside for no reason, like trying to get in Club Kaya.
Kaya, bro. He said outside for no reason. That's a good reason, nigga. Trying to get in Club Kaya.
Well, Gipp said, what's up in the Pearl Cadillac, though.
Club Kaya. The first place I saw Alex Goodwin.
AG Entertainment.
That man was parking cars. That man parked cars right there. Then bought the building, knocked the building down, and built the visions. This is
Charge niggas 100 for hats.
and yeah.
That's Atlanta for you,
That's
bro.
a business innovation in
That
itself.
nigga couldn't wait to charge. He was in it. Every nigga with a hat in the parking lot talking shit to that nigga. Whoa, I can't let me tell you something. Wait till I be at the door.
Wait till I
Wait till I get my dough.
this motherfucker.
100 for hats.
I'm gonna
Everybody
tell.
talking about Gary V. Wait, the Alice drop a goddamn
Yeah,
self-hit
what?
shit.
I'm gonna tell y'all this though. I feel like the new Goodie Mob album we working on is the best record since the first one.
We get another Goodie Mob album. I feel like that's exclusive. I don't know
feel
who
like
else
that's
you told.
Goodie Mob album.
But we gonna act like you
Y'all
just
keep
told
y'all
us.
be together though. I'm like the Goodie Mob together again today. Like they y'all out there doing cutting grass and shit. All kind of black man Atlanta shit. They going hunting in the woods. What you in the woods for?
Hey,
Gipp?
shout out to Timo, bro. Timo was the first nigga in the mob that I met. I met the nigga randomly at the gas station on the east side. It was like, Timo, what's up, bro? He was like, what's good? I was like, that nigga is a real nigga. He spoke. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's real shit, though.
Bro, back
You
in the
don't be
day,
thinking.
you don't never meet no nigga.
Bro,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
don't do that.
Cause the years we come from, bro, we were front line. See, we used to fight niggas that used to talk crazy.
Fact.
I mean,
I
they
get
can really go back and ask, man.
Y'all
I mean,
made up pull up.
first time they heard about Goodie Mob, man, Goodie Mob beat up Chris Tucker brother in
Beat up Dexter.
yeah.
Was that 559?
No, we was at what was this shit downtown, the warehouse.
Oh, the warehouse.
God.
Got dragged on the second floor. We didn't know it was over with before we knew it. They was just like, it was a whole bunch of niggas in Goodie Mob jackets. I was like, what happened? They were there. That's Chris Tucker brother. Damn. I mean, no, but he was good. Shit, it was a long time ago. You know, we were young.
He good now. He was not good at
He
the
was
time.
not.
I tell you that. Right now, he was not fine with
But
that.
like y'all always was entwined with the Atlanta comedy culture though. Could you talk about being in that 559 with Bruce hosting and because you know that's the
I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why we was so close with the Atlanta comedy because Shawty, also Doodoo Brown.
Rest in peace, Tyler Craig too. By the way.
And Tyler, but Doodoo Brown,
was in the
that
first
was
video.
he was like always over at the dungeon, always zoning and shit, and you know,
Dude was a rapper.
he was a rapper too.
Really?
So
He got a single. Like they had a deal.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. I'll find it. It's jamming too.
.net, you know what to do.
I think during those times, 559 was just everything, bro. Like it was everything. To watch Bruce at his rawest back then, it was like motherfucker was fighting to get in that shit. The 559 was like the blue flame on a good night.
Real.
You know what I mean? Like that shit was just so awesome. It was like it was so awesome, and it was so. The first time we performed in the 559, it was Goodie Mob and Trick Daddy. It was crazy.
Ooh, who went first?
Trick.
Oh yeah.
Trick went first,
was
man.
there?
Yeah. No.
This now nigga time. Or what?
Now nigga time, bro.
But he went crazy though.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
he?
he was crazy.
Yeah, I
The
know.
Miami boys was up there.
Oh yeah, folks. You know, Miami was in there. So it was like, you know, that was when the West End was still ran by the Dreads over there. Before goddamn, the Black Panther moved in.
Hey man.
Not a
Atlanta got
You the
rich
first
history.
Was it you or somebody in the Goodie Mob brought up the Black Madonna?
Yep, I used to go to Black Madonna. I used to go to Black Madonna, and I used to shop in that little in that Goodwill right there.
Yeah.
That's why I wrote that thought process verse.
Get the fuck
Out of here, bro. I'm about to shop there tomorrow. Hey, you talking about?
Should have went today.
Yeah.
I got today would have been a better day.
Today
Today would have been a better day to go.
should have left that shirt there.
Got the London Fog out the back, paid the back. Nigga.
That was
Hold
real-
on. God damn, it makes all the sense now.
That was real life, my nigga.
Wow.
But you made the Goodwill cool without being, because it was like a thing.
You
niggas,
was on some rock star
niggas
shit, I
was
feel,
like,
bro.
hey, you went to the Goodwill, like trying to make fun of you. Be like, nigga, your mom was in there too, nigga. Fuck you talking?
Yeah.
Like in elementary school for real. Like,
I think the niggas in the South went to Goodwill, niggas in the West went to Ross.
Ross.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ross.
Same clothes.
Yeah.
Same
Another thing in the
clothes.
West Coast, if you was really fucked up, you got your clothes at the grocery store.
What?
Clothes and shoes, niggas in the back
Solid.
of supermarkets is what they was called. Like before Walmart was groceries, clothes, and all that, they'd have a section. Get you a couple pairs of clothes, some shoes at the barrel. You know what I mean?
Barrel shoes.
Yeah, I had gave me some running shoes at the barrel one time.
Some runners.
Yeah, I got me some nines and some eights. I got
8,
I got 9 and 8.
Yeah,
you know what I
8,
mean?
9.
My left,
And 9, 8.
had to cut my left toenail down a little bit, but you know what I mean? Mama had to do how she had to do. I understand.
He
Hell,
said I got a 9
I was
and a
fast
8.
still.
Put
Niggas
that
still
on
couldn't
stage.
beat me. How about that? In my 8-9.
Hey, did you harvest your own strand? Did you go out and work the land that you the strand was on?
Well-
no, I didn't say it close.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all the biggest thing about the COVID kind of stopped me in my tracks because at the same time, y'all know we was out in LA. You know, like the thing with LA, they've been changing the rules, changing the packaging now for 2 years. They changing different things. They running people out of the game. And they this year they just raised the taxes up another 30%. Like so, it's like
It was already crazy.
yeah, like motherfuckers ain't making no money. They really trying to drive everybody out because now, see, one thing that it just seemed like one thing about LA that I've learned is that we as a people don't got no power for real. Outside of basketball and shit like that, and just, you know, being caught up in the LA, the Lakers.
Still ain't no
and
black
all-
owners, though,
But
if
ain't
you
no
talking
black
sports.
owners. You know what I mean? Outside of sports, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
So-
Even in sports, ain't no black owners. It's black players, but they still get their check signed by a nigga.
And you know, one thing LA really missed out is on the minorities having, you know, any license. Well, all the minority license went to Persians.
Yeah.
So that's why all the Persians rich in the valley and everybody riding big old cars and shit. But that was supposed to go to the black community. But you know, what we do is we open up the bootleg shit and they feel like we don't never want to learn to do the shit the right way. So, you know, what I've learned, a lot of things have been going on in LA. A lot of people been getting buildings and they've been having this shit. But you gotta understand, if you go and do a whole big old building full of weed, you gotta have somebody gonna buy that shit. Yeah. And what you don't understand is when everybody growing these grow rooms, who is buying all this shit? Because really, like, most of the people that's going and opening up their own dispensaries, they don't really want to mess with a lot of brands because they trying to sell the shit with their name on it.
Yeah.
So what I've learned, like, if you ain't Be Real or you ain't Burner or you ain't goddamn
Gipp.
Yeah, well, you know.
Fuck?
But the Godfather, the Godfather be legit. Like, he a Godfather on the West Coast too. But my thing was like, yo, what can I do right now where I won't be in nobody's lane, nobody be in my lane? I said the CBD. It's new here in Atlanta. People don't understand it. They starting to learn about it. So with that being said, I said, man, instead of me being in a crowded room, I'd rather go stand in the room by myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just about being in this time that we in. We know it get cold out here. California gonna keep running all year long. Ain't gonna stop. So they shit gonna be great. But I'm knowing here, oh, this shit gonna shut down once it get cold. They gonna shut this shit down. So the only thing that I can do is provide medicine that we can have. Yeah, y'all have seen me down at the Capitol with Dr. Hodges, and we are really, really close. Because people didn't think that we was going to ever even have anything like this going on in Atlanta. We got it passed, you know. Right. So with that being said, I'm like, yo, one thing about Atlanta that makes us the greatest city in the United States is that when Maynard Jackson created that airport, He said, man, in the state of Georgia, man, anything that comes through Atlanta, black people got to get 30% of. And that's the reason why we're standing right there in front of this. We have led, along with a few other people, this fight. So I just want to make sure that one of us that's from this city and from this state get an actual license, because after this period, this shit gonna be like the liquor license. Remember, that liquor license was given out when back in the 40s, 30s sometimes, huh? Them motherfuckers ain't never been gave out again. This is the exact same thing. So it's a must that some of us get in this, do right by it, and start providing jobs here in the South for people that want to be involved with this business. Because I mean, man, like, there's so many of my people have been in jail about it. You know what I mean? Like, they've been free with this shit in LA since what, 96? And we've been still going to jail. So it's like, if they just let these jails open and let some of these people out at the same time, if we're going to let people out, let's make sure that we teach these people how to survive without doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, man.
That's the biggest thing. And I feel like it gave me a purpose again. I can heal people and I can help people by showing them something different. Because I did it. I mean, shit, I used to do my hair. I used to go to hair school over there on goddamn, what that was? Where I went to hair school at? Martin Luther King. I went to the hair school up there. It used to be up there at the end, right before you start going to Ford and Industrial. That last plaza, I used to do hair in that plaza by the grocery store in the corner.
Oh, shit.
That's the most player shit ever.
Right.
Great.
A nigga from the South doing hair on the bitch, yes.
Yeah.
If you can make a woman look beautiful,
on the beat.
Hair on the bitch.
Yeah, I was thinking like if my rap career didn't work, my name was gonna be Shampoo. I was just gonna have a salon.
Shampoo.
always buy some money. The Atlanta niggas get some money some kind of way, nigga. Like, I don't care what you say.
See what they don't understand. In Atlanta, when I was a kid, when I was in Atlanta, I remember when Atlanta niggas used to dress in Willie wear. They were fresh. Yeah, Willie wear. Niggas used to dress in Willie wear until the Stray Cats came out, and that's when the goddamn they were the first niggas that used to take tree tons and used to dye the tree tons, and that's where the low light, the high right, low left, and they were the first one to blonde it. So they used to dance, Sleepy and all them. Like Rico been driving his own car to school since 6th grade. I mean, Rick pulled up in.
It's always a nigga like that in
That nigga said
6th grade Cutlass type shit.
Man.
I bet he had a Cutlass.
Man, that nigga pulled up in the Toyota, folks. You gotta remember them early
gas
90s,
mileage
that
and shit?
89, 90.
He had a camera.
The 89, 90, everybody was in the Golfs, Scirocco's, and goddamn Rabbits. That's when he was kind of coming out of the big car, because everybody was having the kits and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, with that being said, it was like Atlanta always been a city of fashion. The first time I ever seen a group, because you know when groups like New Edition, they used to go to Greenbrier to shop before the concert.
Right.
So we always was about dressing. Like Reek was making his own clothes when we went to Woodland High School. I went to Woodland High School. I went to Russell High School. Got kicked out of that. Then I had to go to Mays. You know what I mean?
Mays. Rob Hayes with the Mays.
Yeah. So it's like
CeeLo with the Mays. How many of y'all with the Mays?
no. C didn't last. She didn't last in school. He ain't like school like that. I think he probably went up to Maid for about a good month, and it was like, boy, stop.
You know that nigga went in school.
That's how I did my college, boy.
I think 3,000 was the same way. Like, I ain't with that shit, man. Him and Shawty met each other. And what people don't understand, CeeLo and Dre, they went to alternative school together. Timo and CeeLo grew up in the same hood down the street from each other. They stayed riding there like about down the street from Mays. Right. Cujo, he was Southwest. Cujo stayed in that neighborhood. He stayed on Venetian, right outside of the base, right outside of Fort McPherson.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Where Equalize at that back neighborhood, that's where Cujo from.
Come on, Equalize. By the car wash.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That was Cujo.
Woo! Say less.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
exactly
So
what
it's
rough
like,
area, bro.
it's
Hey,
like
bro, you gotta do your push-ups.
Hey, man.
that was the first.
No pussies over there.
But I'm gonna tell you about him. He was the, for me coming from Woodland High, going to Atlanta public school. He was the first person that really kind of like I got up under. He was the first person that took me to a cut party.
Oh shit.
I mean, took me over to a cut party over in the project. I mean, we walked in. I remember everybody was in there drinking beer. The man, mama came downstairs and said, "Man, y'all can drink, just keep my door closed." I was like, "Damn."
Y'all over here living?
Just keep my
So
door
I was like,
closed.
"Damn."
Keep my door
So
closed.
just imagine I'm here for the first time. I'm over on the west side
Legend
somewhere.
shit.
I'm talking about folks.
Spinning, bro.
His
Rose.
cord came out, Remo.
Bro, you was spinning.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, shit. Hold up.
That nigga, the old E, the whole can.
You know
I'm
the
backing up.
first one? That was your first?
I'm backing up. So just imagine that. I drunk the old E all the way down. As soon as I get it down, they said, "The police outside."
Oh God!
I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" So then Cujo,
Oh shit! What the fuck is on?
everybody started running up the stairs. You know how them old project was, that little staircase, run up the stairs. We ran up the stairs, you know, to use the bathroom be right there. So just imagine me running up the stairs and everybody was jumping out the window. We on the second floor. I'm drunk. I'm fresh on the goddamn old E. Everything wobbly.
Everything wild.
So just imagine me. I jumped out the window, hit the ground, sprained my ankle.
I know you did, bro.
Right? I sprained my ankle, and I could just see Cujo running off in the mist.
In the mist.
So just imagine me saying, "Joe, I can't run, shout." Joe turned around. He was like, "Come on." I said, "I can't run, shout." Man, Cujo walked back. He put his arm around me. He said, "I ain't gonna leave, shout."
That nigga Rudy did
Oh
Hey,
man!
He
folks.
rooted him.
Hey, folks, we went to jail that day, folks. We was locked up. That was my first paddy wagon ride, folks.
Your first
I was locked up on goddamn on Hollowell, on Bankhead.
Damn.
Locked up on Bankhead, folks.
Damn,
And,
that's a good story.
that was the first time. That's the first time I learned about cut parties, OE, and everybody got guns.
Bro, that got to be the first scene in y'all movie, bro. Like when y'all going to
Classic
the
nights.
cut party, like jumping out the window, the whole
Classic
shit,
party.
bro. Like,
I'm gonna tell y'all how I met CeeLo. Like I'm gonna tell y'all this now.
Started a movie, nigga. Please do a biopic.
I always like. I used to hear about my brother. You know, my brother hang with his own crew. So I used to always hear about this dude named Chicken Head, but I ain't know who he was. I just heard, man, this nigga named Chicken Head. I'm like, wow. So just imagine me one day, Cujo called me over there to Peyton. We over there on the west side. He was like, man, come pick me up on Peyton. When I got there, Cujo was there rapping against this little dude. And I was like, damn, who that is? Never seen him before. And I remember they were rapping. And see, I picture it for you. Cujo had on some goddamn Timberlands. He had on some old Jabot jeans.
yes, sir.
And he had goddamn them Crown Royal bags hanging from one of his goddamn things. That's where the goodie bag come
Goodie
from.
bag.
That's what Cujo used to sell out of. He used
Yes,
a
sir.
Crown Royal bag. So he just imagine him sitting there, and he had on, and he's sitting there, they rapping, and Shawty rapping against Joe, and then Shawty just stepped back like this, and then Shawty just busted out and started singing,
No.
and I was just like this, like, damn, I ain't never seen no shit like that before, right? So just imagine me. I call Yoda, who Ray Murray from Organized Noise. I'm like, yo, my nigga, I just seen this nigga bust out and start singing against Cujo.
Just for clarity, in the
Lord,
movie,
it's so hard.
that's the shot. before that. You know what I'm saying? The eyes on the sparrow. Nigga just stop a battle. When Jesus is. Nigga get beat, nigga. Yeah.
But just imagine, I go back, I tell them that, right? So just imagine we get to the dungeon, boom. The Goodie Mob show up, boom. And Big Boy show up. When Big Boy show up, he look at SHAWDY like, nigga, I know you. Boom.
Wow.
Then 3000 walk in the door, he was like, nigga, I know you.
No way.
So after that day, we never left the dungeon again.
Damn, that's a good goddamn.
We never left the dungeon again. After that night, when everybody came over there for the first time.
It's like when you find out when all the X-Men meet. It's like,
Man.
so Magneto, goddamn, was a good nigga. Wolverine didn't have his claws. Magneto was a good nigga.
Gipp just wrote the movie the first scene.
Gipp is a natural writer.
Doing the voiceover already.
Wow, man.
But I mean, like shit, I can tell y'all, it's taken me a lot of places. I've done a lot of things. Love music, death not gonna stop. Started a new company, the Gipp Goodies CBD. I met this young man. This man came by, Total Pharmacy. I was over there doing a little sit down with the community, letting them see the product. He came in, he was like, Gipp, man, I want to try it. Went outside, he tried it. He was like, damn, Gipp, this shit really work. I was like, yeah. He was like, well, shit, I got my thing going on. Can we do something together? I said, yeah. And, man, he showed me a new world, man. A new world. A new world of how I could move the Gipp Goodie product all over the United States and not even have to be there, you know, like this new world we in, you know, so, you know, I'm gonna introduce him, man.
I'm about to say, yeah, you got to introduce
This is my guy, man.
Patient.
This is King Adam.
King Adam.
And I'm gonna let him tell you the name of his company, what they do, the things they have, and the things that we've done together, and the future we got coming up.
That's what we about, man.
Welcome to the Cultr. Clap it up for King Adam. What's going on, brother?
It's a hell of an introduction.
Off of the
founding of the Dungend Family. Goddamn, what you got?
After, my guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Perfect intro.
So what's going on, brother?
So, the name of our brand is called Relief LLC.
Okay.
And we were founded, so it's LEAF. So to play, you know, a nod to the leaf.
Come on now.
That's so dope.
And we started the brand back in 2018, and I moved to Atlanta from Detroit. I'm from Carolina originally.
Okay.
But
North or South?
South Cat.
Okay.
And I was in school to be a pilot, and I was a flight attendant at the time. And I moved to Atlanta January 2018. My company fired me February 2018.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, god damn.
That's how it happened, but when
Nigga
nigga let go.
Hold up, bro. Hit the blunt. Go on and
got
smoke,
fired
man.
on your day off?
Boy, go on and hit this
CBD, my boy.
They
got fired on his day off.
30 in, my nigga. You got goddamn rent coming right the fuck.
And that's right when your insurance finna hit.
Rent back like what fuck, man? Y'all.
Back on your ass, nigga.
It me rent.
Just finna get full dental.
Oh, you thought you were going out to eat, nigga?
It's me rent.
It's me.
That's fun.
And it was all uphill up until that point. And so I got here. I was like, I'm about to be close to mom. I'm about to get my shit together. And then the rug came out. But it was the you know, if destiny had a month or a moment, it was that moment. Like, my mom was just diagnosed with cancer. I had just been fired, got out of a bad relationship. So shit was real low. But, you know, I've always been a tough cat. So it was, you know, just getting up is just a natural instinct. So we got up, and I moved to Carolina to take care of my mom for a few months and was drawing unemployment. And a mentor said, he was like, you know, based on what you've done, your degrees, your education, you know, I think you should look towards cannabis. And I was like, okay. And at the time, the guy that I went to undergrad with, shouts out to Aaron Doctor, he's at Morehouse School of Medicine right now. We thought we would collaborate and see what the cannabis thing was like. And so at the time, and Gipp can attest to this, and y'all can attest to this too, like cannabis in 2017 to 2018, CBD in Atlanta was not what it is right now.
At all,
The
man.
landscape was totally different.
Shit in the gas station.
I try to tell them folk that shit was CBD, they still lock my ass up.
I try to tell them folks.
I was like, I ain't gonna fit in your car anyway.
I can't get back there, sir.
You might well let me run to the house.
Drop my car.
Bro, I'm not gonna go get in the back of this Tahoe. The police Tahoe can't fit me, man. Ain't no way.
So the landscape was totally different back then. So we just had to travel the country and figure it out. And we were trying to figure out if we wanted to be growers, if we wanted to be a dispensary, if we wanted to be a lab. Where were we gonna fit in this puzzle? And we got into retail, and that stuck for us. And I had been educating all around the world. I was a former Peace Corps volunteer. So,
God damn, nigga.
Passport
This
stamped up, boy.
nigga bring the car front and back.
yeah.
I also do helicopter license. Yeah, I teach niggas how to fly helicopters. This on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
This nigga do look like a tactical training ass nigga.
Everything, bro.
That's what's
I
up,
love
bro.
it, man.
He's a
Amazing.
real life Tyler Perry candidate.
For real.
If you say you sing gospel, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
I don't sing gospel. I don't sing. But fast forward to where we are now, highs and lows, and team members came on, team members came off, and I was, the company's at a point now. So Relief is a web-based hemp and CBD company.
Okay.
So we're only online right now. We do pop-up shops, and we host infused culinary events.
Oh, we got
We got somebody.
We got an event coming up.
We be
might
doing
need, might need a chef or something.
So we do that.
Organized shit. I'm hoping CBD bring me back.
What's up?
Right.
I got a blunt I put out, and I'm rolling another one. I'm like the CBD.
That blunt gonna dry. Sorry, King. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So we're finally at a place now. Like our original lab we were with went out of business when Corona hit.
Damn.
Right when we were getting it going, boom, we got an email from them saying, hey, April 15th we're closing the doors. So all of these ideas, all of what we were about to do was again put on halt. So we just bounced back, got up, and fast forward to what is it, in August right now? Fast forward to July. I met Gipp in July. I called one of my sources, and I was like, "Yo, I'm looking for flour because our customers are starting to ask for pre-rolls. They're starting to ask for flour. So, who in Georgia can give me some clean meds and are professional?" And he called around. He gave me back a number. He gave me Dr. Hain, who owns Total Food and Pharmacy in the West End. And she said, well, she asked me what I was looking for, and she said, I got this event this Saturday, and it's a COVID testing event, and there's going to be some flour there. And she really didn't give me too much detail about who the person I was going to be meeting with or any of that. And so I show up with a guy who works with us, a doctor who works with us, and we go to the table and we see the Gipp Goodies. I'm like, okay, let's try them. Because anything that we carry, we try it first. We'll try it a lot.
We try it a lot.
On God.
Oh God. We're gonna try that bitch a lot.
So
It'd be a free.
no, they weren't free.
Oh, all right.
No, they weren't free. They were $25 a stick. and we got.
We still gonna try it a lot.
Yeah, and we're still gonna try a lot. So I got 2 for me, 2 for my man, and right as Gipp wasn't at the table, and so right when I purchased them, and we were leaving, Gipp came in, he sat down, and we were leaving, and he had his mask on, he pulled his mask down, and he said, I appreciate the love, fellas, appreciate the purchase. And I recognized it, well, okay. So I greeted him, said what's up to him, and I asked him to come outside and smoke one with me. And so we came to the sidewalk. And we're chopping it up. And I pulled it out and took a couple drags and was like,
That nigga Ronnie is high.
That's how Ronnie just sounded when he hit the button. Okay.
I just said pause like 13 times in my head. Pause, because I'm 13 in my mind, man. Sorry.
I'm 13 in my mind. Boy, you are ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like a child, bro. This shit is terrible. That's why I'm smoking your comeback blunt.
That'll bring you back.
I know, I'm gathering.
So I hit it and I was like, okay, that's different. And he went his separate way, and then I saw him later in the event, and I was like, we've got to do something together. We're looking for a quality pre-roll. We like to source our own shit, but this is delicious.
It is,
and it's presented really well. It smokes. It's I dub it the smoothest pre-roll on the planet. I think it's the smoothest pre-roll on the planet.
I feel handsome smoking it.
Don't you?
All right, come on,
you know what I
man.
mean?
Talk your shit, Ronnie.
I was like, this haircut really hitting.
Come on, man. Fuck out of here.
Just it's gonna make your haircut hit right, man.
That's interesting that you say that, Ronnie.
Tell him get at me, bro.
Get at me, bro. This nigga's a model. Look how he got his hand on his hip.
Yo!
He got his whole hand on his hip.
I'm trying to picture well. I'm trying not to fall off the earth. That's what I'm trying to do. This reefer you gave me it bust. You hear me?
You said
That reefer busting, boy.
Boy, this is fun.
So y'all had to do something together.
Y'all was smoking, then y'all about to fight.
Leak on it.
Okay.
Yeah, whoop Chris Tucker brother ass.
All right, Dexter got it again.
So, I asked him if we could work together, and one of the things I like about Gipp and his brand is that there's no fluff, there's no red tape. It was like, if you got your shit together, we got our shit together. Let's move. And that's what it was like. I mean, we've only been working together for 6 weeks. I met him 6 weeks ago, and the arrangement we had was that we already we're a web-based company, so we already have the platform, we already have the infrastructure, we have the ability to get this anywhere in the country. And
hey, you black? We fucking with it anyway twice.
Yeah,
so it's on the screen right now.
So that's what the connection is between us, and it's the point I was making a little earlier was that you said you feel handsome.
Hey man.
And when Gipp created these, he created them as an alternative to a cigar.
Yeah.
Right.
So
see, I keep doing this for no reason.
So that's where it evolved from. And that's
you supposed to have some cognac, bro.
I want because I can taste the peach in here. I'm like, nigga, I need a tux on for real. That's why Gipp got that on. He smoked half a blunt. He stopped halfway, then put half the suit on.
Where's that now?
Gipp is the only one who can wear whatever the fuck he wants. You be like, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
It's you and 3,000 y'all, but it be so fresh though. You be like, I couldn't do it. But
my nigga, I almost went to crochet the upset fashion for like 3 weeks. I was like,
Crochet
nah, bro.
fashion put me on. You know,
Bro, you ain't seen a 3-stack.
don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like.
crochet.
Hold on. Don't look at me like.
What?
Don't look at me like that when you explaining it.
Because nigga, if you ain't on, you ain't on.
I don't like how you looking at me.
Knit, the old
Thank-
common.
I appreciate
the big
that.
blankets
I got it.
you can put your fingers in.
He was real aggressive how you was telling me.
Yeah, he's
I ain't
little
like,
5-point style. He ready to goddamn hack. his
nigga,
ass.
you ain't over the. Hey, I'm not
got
from
hey,
here.
do the show next week.
Whoa, I'm asking the question. I'm trying to get some help.
Chill out, brother.
Yeah, you know I'm not from here, man.
My bad.
We wore t-shirts and shorts. That's it. We don't have shit.
Super value clothing. I understand. The 8 and 9.
So what happened? You said you was, but you ain't do it.
Nah, that shit hot as a motherfucker. You gotta be a cool motherfucker to wear that hot shit all the time or just sometimes.
You know, the more money you get, your body temperature start changing. Like when
That's
you ain't got no
right,
money,
bro.
you be sweating all the
My
time.
nigga, I
Like
was in the
That's
club
fact.
2 weeks ago, goddamn. I'm gonna tell you what club I was at. You know what I'm saying? Because it's COVID.
Yeah.
And so, like, nigga, I was long sleeve down, and the motherfucker was like, "Nigga, why you on this motherfucker with the
Getting
long
money,
sleeve?" I was
bitch.
like, "Nigga, I'm."
getting money, bitch.
It's a dry fit. Y'all don't even
Come
know
on,
it.
man.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, "You ain't sweating or nothing. You just looking chill as hell." I'm like,
Come on.
Oh man.
They be like, damn, you be
doing
wearing hoodies on
It's
stage.
comfort over
Yeah,
everything.
right.
Yeah, bitch, I wear hoodies on stage. I'm
Hey,
getting money.
Gil, though, have you
Get
noticed
money.
though? Like the funny part, it's like the whole community is focused on what y'all was saying in '96. Like y'all, like even from just like uplifting black women, y'all, "Beautiful Skin" is one of the best
Beautiful
songs ever made, bro. Like,
Bruh.
you told about how you met your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in the crazy, you doing the verse. I'm like, everybody, that's Joy. Like, we know who that is. Like, it's like reality TV.
On wax.
You know what? It was the first time that I realized that we was in some Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston shit with me and Joy.
I was trying to tell
You
you.
know what I mean? Not what they was on, but just being a famous couple. You know what I mean? From the South, I think me and her were like the first ones to really kind of put that out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, I was trying, on that first album, I was just trying to be honest about everything I said. You know what I mean? When a lot of people didn't even really put their family shit into the music. You know what I mean? It's funny now to watch my daughter now, watching her up on the new Soul Train television show, you know, just to know that she got into it, she on TV, and now she got that entertainment bug. You know what I
Come
mean?
on, man. Shout out Jesse Collins
Hey,
Entertainment.
man, shout out
American
to
Hustle.
Justin Collins, man. DC Young Fly killed that shit too.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
Slide
He
the
did.
Family Stone.
Yeah, Big did, George Clinton.
Big
the
did your
Clinton.
boy.
Yeah.
Chris directed the episode. That shit hard.
Come on, man. Full circle in this bitch, man. This is
Hey,
more
man.
than culture.
This is what
Right?
it is. It's black people doing extraordinary shit and sharing it.
Every
But
day.
you know the extraordinary shit was, you know, he came to me, he said, "Yo, Gipp, let's put this pre-roll up on this platform. And let's see how many people we can reach." I didn't know how many people it was going to reach. You know what I mean? But as he started calling me and telling me more and more and more cities, it was like we was able to reach out to 25 states. You know what I mean? And for a brand that is fairly new, to be able to reach outside of what is known for CBD or cannabis or THC, we're not known for that on this side. So for us to be able to break into them kind of areas right now without the industry not even really fully being here, we're ahead of the game. And that's something that's going to really help other people that's going to start doing things of this sort, because we got to use our platform to start breaking our elderly out of using pills. It's a natural way that we can heal ourselves. You know what I mean? Big pharma and big medicine, it's a big business. And, you know, the biggest thing about Gipp, all I want to do is heal the world, use the relationships I got with people, and I'm gonna stay normal, man. I think this Goodie Mob album, I'm gonna get a lot of things that people want me to answer and talk about. I'm waiting for the album so y'all can hear me again. You know what I mean? And I can tell y'all it's coming in the next 3 weeks.
Oh, shit.
That's the exclusive.
Oh, we gonna drop this the day of.
Schmear.
Come on, man.
So
Boy.
this year y'all gonna get 2 albums from Goodie Mob. Y'all gonna get the re-release of Soul Food. Probably.
Come on, man. Exclusive.
Yeah,
More exclusive.
The re-release of Soul Food.
Take
and,
that, 85 South.
That DC Fly on the album too.
Hey, come on, John on the track.
John on the beat.
God damn.
So I'm gonna tell y'all, like, cause you know, like, with us, especially for this new album, We want to show people that we didn't change.
Yeah.
We want to show people that we've been talking about the same shit and been trying to say the same thing. It's a trip to me that 25 years later, people don't start feeling like what we said, I think it was given to us. Because some men kept us here to even the downtime, bro. Like I remember us being on tour with Luke Skywalker. And I remember the change. I remember when Cash Money started blowing up, man, that Rough Rider, that Cash Money era, man, it just started changing, you know what I mean? And it was changing for bass artists, and it was changing for LaFace artists. You know what I mean? It was going into a different era. So for me to be able to say I survived this long, to be able to come back again with my brothers, it's a trifecta, because people got to understand that we are the only city outside of New York that got a platinum artist on every side of the town. Yeah. To watch what the Migos did and Coach them just did for the city, and what Lil Baby doing right now, for Lil Baby to come with a record like he just came with, it opens the door for us to come back to say what we need to say.
Yeah.
So thank y'all, man, for having this platform for me.
For sure.
But you didn't go away in the Cash Money era, though. You went over, you and Ali, man, y'all.
Yeah, I didn't go nowhere. I just went and I did a whole run, man. I went on a worldwide tour, man. We went to Japan, Australia, the UK. You know, Nelly was a beast out in the world, man. That was 100,000 every night. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then with the Grills, people don't understand. Grills sold 9 million records.
You said how many?
9 million. That's what I'm fucking around, boy.
You know, I was on Sweatsuit that sold 8 million.
Yeah,
so it's like me and Ali, we sold 350. The Dirty NT, the label that did gold. I did some records over there, man.
Yeah, man, you put a Porsche on Instagram that had hips. So. Nigga, that's different. They don't got that on a Porsche. That's not on the Explore page at all. That's his. All right. It's a different paint job.
Oh, yeah.
Got screensaver shit in his house.
It's so funny. I'm like, man, it's time to bring the Cadillacs back out. And everybody, if you hear September 5th, we going live again. I'm working on my outfit right now.
Come on
now. Right now.
Working on my outfit is
right now, man.
September 5th.
September 5th, man. Parking lot. The parking lot. We in Lot E on Camp Creek, man. We going live, man. So get your car and get your barbecue, man. We going live.
Yes, sir.
So I love y'all, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and take it on back to the backwood.
Yeah.
Go on the bed, take some of that oil, lay it down.
Take some of that oil,
That's how you gotta do it, boy.
I mean, you know that thread count high as shit when niggas be like,
Jump back into the Egyptians.
I don't know what y'all niggas doing.
Lay down and let your worries go.
My bed is awesome.
Man, this shit is dope.
But you know what though? I want the touring to come back.
Yeah.
I want the touring to come back. I want the stage to come back.
Motherfuckers is doing concerts.
I'm doing an outside show.
They ain't shut the West Side down, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, like, over the world, like, we used to slow in this country, but they starting to do concerts in other countries.
Well, they're not gonna let us over there.
They ain't gonna let us over there, but I'm just trying to say they doing it.
Yeah. they took the vaccine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, them folks took
that shit because they out there.
Is it that time, my bro?
Yeah, man. So we like to end the shows with a segment we call Secret Genius Life Coach, where I give the people some words of wisdom, get through the week, get to the next episode. I am Kamal, the Secret Genius, and the words of the week are not even mine. And Miss Lady, acting like we in jail, said she ain't got no extra hush puppy to sell. Bankhead seafood, make me hit the door with a line full of attitude. It was a line that the beautiful JJ's rib shack was packed too. Looking to be one of them days when mama ain't cooking. Everybody's out hunting with the family, looking for a little soul food. And that's all I got, man. More Than Culture is the brand. This is the podcast. Kamal, the Secret Genius, Remo Rod, Tyler Chronicles, Ronnie Jordan, special guest, the legend, Big Gipp. We gone.
Shout out King.
Smoke one of these motherfucking CBD.
King
We
Adam.
need a More Than Culture CBD blunt, man. We need our own line, bro. We got a bunch of old bitches with bad knees fucking with them. I'm talking about the niggas too.
Old bitches with bad knees.
That's the name of the blunt.